To Joe's Astrology. This is the birth chart of Willow Smith. Will Smith, the actor, his daughter. She is a Sun in Scorpio, Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, Moon. We have Moon here in Capricorn, making a sextile to that Mercury. And we have a Gemini rising with Jupiter on the rising sign. So Willow Smith, first we'll look at this Jupiter on the rising sign. She is on the face of herself, what everyone sees. She is a Jupiterian person in Gemini retrograde. What this means? Well, she is a person who has a lot of benefits in life through her speaking ability. She could be a truth seeker, which if you listen to her music and hear her talk, she is definitely interested in philosophy, religion, truth. This is a person that for sure is traveling a lot. I mean, you could just say she's a rich person, Jupiter. But yeah, the Jupiter in Gemini retrograde, this is something she's done before. She has experience speaking the truth, speaking about Jupiterian things to the public. And this is shown this is really one of the things that people are going to see with her immediately when they get to know her. Immediately when they see her, when they hear her music, this is what they're going to notice. We have this Sun in Scorpio. In this chart, it is in the 6th house. So this is a person who is interested in deeper things. She's interested in shadow work, examining her shadow. She's interested in doing this in order to improve herself, in order to improve the lives of other people through service. In her case, without looking any more into the chart, she might be someone who thinks that her music is a way to do this and spread things that concern with truth and teaching the public through her music. She's got the Moon in Capricorn, so she feels in her own mind that probably feels that she's the authority. She feels that she has a great responsibility in this life to do some of the things and speak some of the things that I mentioned. And it's making a sextile back to this Sun. So there is an opportunity for her to live up to this responsibility in this life. And speaking of loving astrology, she's got this Neptune Mercury square. Neptune in Aquarius, Mercury in Scorpio. And you can see that she is a musician with Neptune contacting that Sun as well and that Mercury. But it's in a square, and I'm sure she's had some trouble, or she will have some obstacles in life becoming more famous with the way she thinks and how deep she is and how interested she would be in things like astrology and bringing that out to the public through her music. It definitely isn't something that's going to be easy. I don't know if there's been some of that talk already, but as she gets older, for sure that will come into play. Neptune is also making a trine to her Saturn here, and it's making a trine to Mars. So we really see Saturn and Mars moving in. It's moving into a trine. So as she gets later in life, her music and her artistry should continue to become a bigger part of her drive and her work in this life. Now Saturn is retrograde, so it's pointing to Uranus. Um, I'm not sure what the progressed movement of that is. I have to take a look and see if it or when it goes direct in the progress charts. Neptune here is it's also making a semi-sextile to the moon there at 4 degrees and 3 degrees. So definitely has the space esoteric topics on her mind for sure. Music, romance. Here we have a Pluto Venus conjunction in the seventh. Going more along with that Scorpio with the Venus, and it's in Sagittarius. She relates to people through truth, philosophy, art, um, deeper themes in life, psychology. This is how she relates to people. She's not interested in um, what's the small talk. She's not interested in small talk. If you're talking small talk, she probably isn't interested in talking with you. She's interested in the deeper themes, the occult, psychology, astrology. She probably loves astrology. Of course, she might not mention that to the mass media, but in her personal life, she probably would love astrology. And look at this beautiful Saturn at 28 degrees Taurus and Mars at 28 degrees Taurus. This beautiful trine between Saturn and Mars. And a quintile between Mars and Pluto. Quintile being a talent. She's not a pushover. I mean, she's got great skill in this work ethic. You see that Saturn, Mars, you see that a lot with athletes. She's got the work ethic to bring these ideas through her music to the public, these deeper themes, and whether she'll be able to translate that to the masses, I'm not really sure. She does with that Gemini rising. And that Jupiter there. She's definitely going to attempt it. But she definitely has the work ethic to do it with this Saturn Mars trine and that quintile between Mars and Pluto. She's got North Node in Cancer, South Node in Capricorn conjunct that moon. So yeah, just definitely lessons though in this life for her is going to be these emotional themes of um, getting more into a space of caring for people. And from a more negative standpoint, she definitely is going to come across as snobby. And she knows with that Jupiter, of course, Jupiter on the rising, the Venus in Sagittarius, Uranus and Neptune in the ninth. She's going to come across snobby, like she knows better than everybody else, and she's the authority. And she's going to have to learn how to deal with that in this life and move more into that Cancer of the themes of understanding and um, more domesticity in her life, as to come as opposed to coming from being on her high horse and this living in these Aquarian, iconoclastic, idealistic uh, views of life that she lives in.